Good morning, everyone. I know that we have some visitors here today, so for those of you who do not know me, my name is Father Brian Mason. I have the privilege of serving as pastor here at St. Mary Catholic Faith Community, and leading us in prayer with me is Deacon Bill Goulding, one of our two deacons. It's good to have all of you here. Good to see you. And special personal expression from me, my prayers, my love to all of those who celebrate mothers today. I hope it's a wonderful day and that it's a beautiful day despite misting and gray and what have you. I share with you this morning a story that I first heard in first grade at Shady Lane School in Menominee Falls, sitting on the floor while Mrs. Strutz read to us. I share this story. I used it just about 8 years ago when I did my mom's funeral. I share it with you not because I simply know the story or it's a good story. It fits so beautifully with what we've just heard in the scriptures. So once upon a time, there was a little girl. Her name was Varnia. And Varnia was part of a Russian family. She had a mom and dad. She had 4 other brothers and sisters. And she was the youngest of the 5 kids. Her parents were harvesters. They harvested wheat every year. And so they would travel to the Ukraine where the wheat was grown. And they would spend long summer days harvesting wheat. Her older brothers and sisters were old enough to help with the work. And so they worked. And she was too young to do that yet, so she would kind of entertain herself throughout the day, and she would just follow her mom and dad as they moved down the rows of wheat. One day it was particularly warm, and after she had her lunch, she was particularly tired, and she laid down and fell asleep. When she woke up, she looked for her mom and dad, but they were gone. Everybody was gone. They had continued moving, and because they were working, hadn't realized that she had fallen asleep, and so she was lost. And she started to cry, and she started calling for her mom, but nobody answered. Nobody came to get her. Eventually, as it got toward evening, some people saw her and heard her crying and screaming for her mother, and they took her back to the camp where all of the workers stayed. And they kept trying to get out of her who her mother was. And every time they asked her who her mother was, all she could say is, "My mother is the most beautiful woman in the world." Well, they thought that'd be pretty easy. They just went to town and they got all the beautiful women as much as they could round up, and they paraded them past Varney and say, "Is this your mother?" "No." Is this your daughter?" "Well, no, that's not my daughter."